All right, so
Right.
okay, so Tenet, it's like, out. Christopher Nolan's new movie Tenet is finally out, which is awesome because I've been waiting forever. So this is like Christopher Nolan's newest movie since Dunkirk from 2017. Um, we waited a long time for this movie. I remember after the first time I watched Dunkirk, I was like, whoa, when is Christopher Nolan going to make another movie? We have to wait like 3 or 4 more years. And it's actually here. So that's like actually pretty exciting. I got to watch this movie in IMAX. Here in Washington, I had to drive like 40 minutes. I had to go to a county where the theaters were open, and so I had to drive quite a while, and I went with my brother. Pretty epic. It was a fun time. Got to finally see a movie in IMAX. I think this movie definitely lives up to hype. First thing, the visuals are amazing, like the cinematography and the action, the special effects, all the good stuff was done amazingly. So I'm pretty happy for that. We basically got a lot of jaw-dropping moments, especially with the plane and the one-on-one combat scenes with the reverse and also the normal. And yeah, it was pretty epic. Also, the music from Ludwig Göransson was fantastic, really unique, and actually like good. Lives up to whatever Hans Zimmer was doing, or what he would have done, I think. People are complaining about the sound design in this movie, and they're kind of right. It is like really weird sometimes. You're standing there listening, and you're like, wait, what's up? What did he just say real quick? A lot of times I wanted to click the space button and then like reverse back a couple like 10, 20 seconds just to catch a couple things that they just said. Like even during like restaurant scenes where they're just talking to each other like one-on-one, it's still like really weird, and I'm like, okay. I don't know if that was just me being crazy or if that was maybe it was too loud or something. I don't know. It was just really weird sometimes. But, like everything else was good about the sound. Like the sounds were nice. It was a Nolan movie. The editing was great. I don't know how they did everything. Most of it was practical, which was awesome. The acting was fantastic. I mean, all the people basically just did their best. John David and Robert Pattinson, and that one girl in specific, I was really happy. I just had a happy face. One thing is like, there's obviously some flaws. This isn't Nolan's best movie for sure. First thing off is like, the first half / first act is a little bit hard to get used to. There's a lot of explaining involved, a lot of exposition. And like usually there's exposition in Nolan movies. That's fine. But in this one it was definitely a lot heavier. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of explaining and backstory that was honestly kind of overcomplicated for some reason, which was kind of weird. But it was cool. It was fine. You still kind of get to understand it. Like I need to go back, revisit it, or watch it in Blu-ray or whatever just to understand it better. But the second half eventually gets like a lot better, like a lot better, and you're like definitely involved. You're like, whoa, that's epic, and that's like the only thing that's coming out of your mouth. At least for me it was. And so that was a fun time. This movie has like a very intriguing concept. Like the plot is amazing. The idea, everything behind it, really well written in terms of Nolan's style. Like he knows how to make like he has a really creative imagination, whatever he's thinking, and he puts like his ideas onto the screen, which is what I love about Christopher Nolan movies. And this one is like no exception. He definitely does some crazy stuff on the screen, which is always fantastic to watch. This is a bit too high. Maybe. Most of Christopher Nolan movies are usually pretty. I mean, at least like Interstellar, and not really Dunkirk, but Inception especially usually have like some crazy plots, and The Prestige as well, that kind of have to be like explained a little bit. And so this one also, there's a lot of exposition, but it's well, it focuses a bit too hard on the plot, at a little bit too. It doesn't focus enough on the actual characters. There's only like one compelling character, which is the female lead in particular, and it's kind of unfortunate because like it's the main character that we follow, And Christopher Nolan has done it before, especially in Inception. The main character is a very well thought out person and very well written, but apparently he just like didn't really want to do that here. And so, I mean, that could be seen as a flaw, and it technically is. But I mean, when you have a movie that's so fun and so epic, and just something that you want to rewatch, I already want to rewatch it. I don't know how many times I'm going to rewatch this movie. But when you have a movie that's super epic, super fun time, booyah, epic day, it's like, who really cares? It seems like Christopher Nolan doesn't really care about creating good characters except for the female. So even though she's not the lead, which is weird, but bottom line, you're going to be happy with what you get. Definitely you'll be confused towards the end. You'll be like, wait, what's up? You're going to want to probably go see it for a second time. I'm going to definitely try to see it a second time. I don't know how. There's a 70mm showing. It's only 3 hours away, so maybe I'll go drive there. In my opinion, like, objectively, this movie, well, a good story has to have good characters. And this movie doesn't exactly have the best characters. At least doesn't have the best protagonist. The ideas that are explored are pretty interesting. I think I just need to like watch this movie again. I feel like I can't rate this movie without having to see it like a second time, because I feel like maybe I'm missing something. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna rate this movie how I see it right now, objectively. The story isn't that great. Well, objectively, it's not the best movie, but it's awesome because of the crazy plot and everything. And so, I'll give this movie right now like a 3.8 out of 5. That's what I'll give it right now, objectively speaking. If I'm talking about like enjoyment wise, amazing good time day, this movie's definitely like 4.2. It's like a solid 4.2. If I just want to speak just straight from how I felt about this movie and after coming out of the theater and thinking about it for a long time, but objectively speaking, it's like a 3.8, which isn't unfortunate, but that's like kind of the reality. Like, it's a good movie and all. It's a really conflicting movie. Honestly, I'm just like really confused. I need to see it again, and maybe I'll do like a follow-up video or something. But in the meantime, it's a good time. It's a really good time. Definitely go check it out. Obviously, all of you guys that are watching this probably live here where I do, and you don't want to drive 40 minutes to watch a movie that you probably won't care about and understand anyways, because your brains are so tiny, and my brain is so big I can get it. So if you want to go watch this movie, go. I recommend it. If you like Nolan movies, then go watch it. Anyways, that's kind of it. That's kind of it for now. Also, I heard someone say that this movie would be really good with a sequel, and I agree. It could definitely explore... maybe that's spoilers. Never mind. I would like a sequel.